A Delta Airlines flight on its way to St. Louis has been diverted to Indianapolis. News 11's Aisha Khan is live at Lambert with why and the status of that flight right now. Aisha. Want to give you an update now on our breaking news in North County tonight. A police officer involved shooting. News 11's Katie Corman is live at the scene in Spanish Lake with the latest on what we know so far. Kate.
Andy, we are still waiting to hear.
And good evening to you. First on News 11 at 7, a deadly head-on crash in St. Louis. 2 people are dead, several more injured, including children. We get the late details tonight from News 11's Dan Gray.
This section of Riverview Drive is now.
A warning from police and school officials tonight about kids walking home after school. This after a little girl says she was followed in Brooklyn, Illinois. She's 11 in the 6th grade. She tells me a man in a car was following her and then he parked and watched her. She ran for her life. The principal superintendent of the school in town here, Lovejoy K-12, has sent a letter home to parents with students today, alerting them to what he calls a critical concern about student safety. Here's what the girl, her parents, and police say happened. It was between 4 and 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon. She was walking home from school. A man in a white mid-90s Pontiac Bonneville with black stripes and Missouri plates was following her, trying to talk with her, then parked and watched her as she got closer to her house. She ran off in a different direction to a relative's place. Police say they've now been notified via Facebook of another incident involving a car of the same description near a Walmart store in Belleville.
We just got to be cautious of our kids walking by themselves, especially in the morning and in the evening time for school. We have heavy patrolling out here, and we kind of beefed up the patrol for during the school hours and after school hours, make sure every child get home safe now.
Now that letter home from school notes we have several businesses in our community that attract individuals with different likes and preferences. We have to keep our children safe from these individuals. Brooklyn is known for having several strip clubs in town. Police advise children to walk in groups or with an adult when possible. If you see or have seen that car, call your nearest police department. A live look looking east into the city this time. We've spun the camera around at the Powers Insurance Bureau. We love that building and the views we get from it in West St. Louis as we transition to talk weather with Chief Meteorologist John Fuller in the Weather Center tonight. Hey, John.
Andy, not the best of starts to the weekend,
not at all.
But things are going to improve just minutes ahead. Andy?
You always hook me in that last sentence, John. We'll see you in a few minutes, thanks. A last-minute push before Election Day has President Trump coming to Missouri. The White House has just announced Mr. Trump will be in Columbia Wednesday night for a rally for Senate candidate Josh Hawley. It's set for 6:30 at the airport there. And we've got this tonight, Election on 11. Former Vice President Joe Biden will be in East St. Louis Wednesday, that's Halloween Day, for a Get Out the Vote rally and to support Bost's opponent, St. Clair County State's Attorney Brendan Kelly. It will be at Iron Workers Local 392. J.B. Pritzker, the Democratic candidate for governor, will also be there. Still to come tonight on News 11 at 7. After the elections, an invitation. The world leader, the president, wants to welcome to the White House. Also, a suspect arrested in connection with those suspicious mail bomb packages, how investigators tracked him down. Just 5 nights now until Halloween, and thousands of people have joined an online movement to change the date. Parents are getting behind a petition on change.org to move the holiday from October 31st to the last Saturday in October. That way it's always on a Saturday. Kids would no longer have to trick or treat on a school night, and people who have Halloween parties wouldn't have to go to work the next day. About 6,000 people have signed so far. No matter what day it falls on, there will be St. Louisans still scrambling to get their Halloween costumes together. Here's News 11's Patrick Clark on the rush to scare something up in time.
Well, the corner here, 44.
Oh, a little not so spooky fun for the kiddos this weekend. Today on Fox 2 News in the morning, Tim Ezel, cape on, checked out the not so haunted Magic House. Kids of all ages can dress in their most beautiful costumes and have a ghoulishly good time trick-or-treating They can also get autographs from their favorite storybook characters at the Candy Free celebration. And there's also an adults-only booze and booze, as in drinking the booze. That's an event at the Magic House tomorrow night. Again, that one's only for the grown-ups.
That's a fun place.
It was good to see Timmy Zell dressed as Dorothy.
His cape said "pow" on it. He had a cape too.
He's a grown man. He still cracks me up. A live look at the Center West End from our chess club camera, the Chess Hall of Fame, and kind of has that November feel tonight, John Fuller.
It's a raw evening.
Man,
48
ugh.
degrees, light rain, the roadways are wet, but that chess piece indicates, foreshadowing, that a change is in store for the weekend. A good change, too, as we'll see in a few seconds. But tonight, it is drab, it is dreary, and
Coming soon to Missouri ballots, Proposition D. It calls for annual fuel tax hikes to pay for more highway projects and increase funding for the State Highway Patrol. News 11's Vic Faust spoke with a proponent of the tax increases.
Missouri News 11, I'm Vic Faust.
St. Louis County and its municipalities would get an estimated $16.6 million a year for roads. It'd be about $6 million a year for the city of St. Louis. As of now, there is no organized opposition to Proposition D. A St. Peters man is demanding action from FedEx after he says a FedEx driver is constantly speeding through his neighborhood. He's got the video to back it up. Joey Arthur says the driver had just run a stop sign when he started recording this video of a FedEx van zipping by. He says it's a regular occurrence. And he says a FedEx worker hung up on him twice when he called to complain. He finally got a response after posting the video to the company's Facebook page.
To see some like the family.
We reached out to FedEx and got a statement saying safety is their top priority. They are reviewing the incident and taking the appropriate steps to address it. Rental bikes and motorized scooters, very popular these days in St. Louis, but now people are noticing fewer bikes and more scooters around town. News 11's Catherine Hessel has an answer to the mystery of the missing bikes.
Thanks to our Catherine Hessel. Back to you.
Very cool. We've been wondering where the bike's gone. Thanks, Catherine. Now we know. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Also, don't bring your chickens when you go trick-or-treating. Still to come, the new warning issued by the CDC.
you'll be putting a feather in your cap with...
All right, I haven't seen this, but I guess it's the thing because the Centers for Disease Control has advice for trick-or-treaters this Halloween. Don't take your chickens with you. This is the second Halloween warning from the CDC regarding the increasingly popular pets. Last week, they encouraged fowl owners not to put costumes on their chickens, and now the CDC advises don't carry them door to door. Doing so runs the risk of infecting others with a strain of salmonella that is resistant to multiple drug treatments. Did you hear that, John Fuller?
That's something to crow about.
Leave the chicken. Oh, boy. Boy, 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 boy. We shouldn't run those stories right before we bring you on.
It was an empty net. I had to shoot.
Yeah, that was not a very good look from our Steeple Theater camera on downtown St. Louis right now.
No, not a great weekend start. However, it's going to show improvement.